Let's go! Final Flash! Oh shit!
Oh my god, it's today. We made it, kids. We made it 2 weeks without a new episode of Dragon Ball Super, but the wait is finally over. Takahashi the God is here to save us from this nightmare, and Vegeta is here to take on Jiren in what promises to be one hell of a showdown. Let's get right into the review of episode 122 of Dragon Ball Super. Staking his pride, Vegeta challenges the strongest. It's time to wrap up this arc as Universe 7 and Universe 11 begin their final showdown. And holy crap, 20 seconds in and this episode is already going to be sick. You could just feel it. They start like it's some kind of epic western showdown, like the final scene in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. They focus on all these different, the characters' clothes and fabrics and facial hair, and they're all blowing gently in the wind. It's like the calm before the storm. Goku and Jiren slowly approach and size each other up. Goku ain't messing around, he goes Super Saiyan Blue right away, and the animation is already like movie quality. The two begin their fight slowly in the air. It seems like they're just warming up each other at this point. But just before they could get serious, Vegeta flies in and goes straight after Jiren. Meanwhile, Freeza is shooting his death beams, but Dyspo is too quick and manages to dodge all of them. Toppo is taking on Gohan and 17, so it looks like we have all of our matchups set right here. Vegeta starts his assault on Jiren, and this goon is just taking all of his shots straight to the chest without even putting up a fight. It looks like Vegeta versus Super Android 13 all over again. Jiren quickly takes Vegeta down in one shot, and then goes after Goku. Jiren is now taking on both of the blue Super Saiyans at once, and is handling them pretty easily. However, Vegeta somehow is able to track Jiren's punches and manage to get past them. It's a sick moment as Vegeta lands this dirty uppercut right into the gut of Jiren, much to his opponent's shock. I can't get over how incredible this episode has looked so far. Every frame is like a beautiful painting. Jiren seems completely shocked that Vegeta has managed to land a punch. Even more shocked than seeing Ultra Instinct Goku in action, which is pretty crazy. It seems like Vegeta has caught onto something while fighting Jiren that not even Goku has picked up on. Whis thinks Vegeta may actually be taking some control of the Ultra Instinct himself. But at that moment, Jiren lands a massive ki blast and sends Vegeta flying. Vegeta tries to gain his footing, but fails, and is knocked out of his Super Saiyan Blue form as a result. He seems to be defeated at this point. Meanwhile, Freeza and Dyspo continue their fight. Freeza seems to have the upper hand and even grabs Dyspo out of a sneak attack with his tail, but Dyspo instead uses his tail to grab a hold and starts beating the hell out of Freeza. He drags him through a bunch of rocks, which looked awesome and extremely painful. For the first time in the tournament, it seems like Freeza is in trouble. Gohan shoots a Kamehameha at Toppo, but it has no effect, which shocks Gohan and 17. This is a quick scene that tells us one thing. Toppo is a freaking beast. He is not going to be easily taken down by anyone on this Universe 17. As a last-ditch effort, Vegeta powers back into Super Saiyan Blue and starts to charge a massive-ass Final Flash. Of course, Jiren just stands tall and intends to take it head-on. I feel like I've seen this one time before, and it didn't work out so well for the last guy, pal. And at this point, we get the Final Flash for a new generation. I got goosebumps watching this scene. They redid the Final Flash scene with Perfect Cell almost frame for frame, and it was perfect. When the smoke clears, Jiren appears to be knocked down on the ground. Vegeta lowers his guard, but in an instant, there's Jiren, right there, charging a ki blast. He's taken no damage at all, and kaboom! Vegeta falls to the ground in pain. His pupils go all clear, so the implication is that he's either dead or at least knocked out. And with that, the episode comes to an end. We got a new ending theme this episode. It's alright. The song is whatever. The visuals are fairly unimpressive actually, with the final shot being literally just the character promo art copy and pasted all over the screen. But there is one very interesting little thing from the ending that has been pointed out that I might as well go over right now. The ending ends on this shot of Ultra Instinct Goku and Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. But wait, let's look closer. Indeed, this isn't Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta at all. It looks like they gave us a little sneak peek of Vegeta's new form in this new ending video. It's kind of baffling that they're just outright showing it to us in this fashion, but here it is. Vegeta clearly has the smaller black pupils, just like Ultra Instinct Goku right beside him. If you do a side-by-side look, it's pretty clear that this isn't just Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. This is all but confirmed in the next episode preview, as Goku mentions that Vegeta awakens an amazing power beyond Super Saiyan Blue. So whether this Vegeta here is Ultra Instinct Vegeta or a completely separate form with like a different name, I guess we'll learn for sure with next week's episode. But if I had to guess, I'd say that this is Ultra Instinct Vegeta. He just has a different look compared to Goku's. Vegeta rocks the blue hair because it looks cooler. Yeah, that's it. Besides, Vegeta reading Jiren's punches this episode was basically Ultra Instinct right there. So if this new Vegeta form isn't called Ultra Instinct, I suspect it will at least give him similar abilities. Okay, with that, let's get to some overall impressions. Ooh, sorry, just give me a second to get my jaw up off the floor here. I've been hyping up the return of animation supervisor Yuya Takahashi steadily for the last 2 weeks, but even that couldn't prepare me for what I just saw. This episode looked so good in motion that I think it may have actually been the best looking episode of Dragon Ball that I've ever seen. Like, I'd give anything to have every episode of Dragon Ball look this good. This is unbelievable. This is like beyond movie quality right here. At this point in the Tournament of Power, I'm not going to be looking very much for things like story progression or plot or anything like that, because this is the climax of the story that's already been told. Everything has been leading up to this moment. Everything in the tournament has been leading up to Universe 7 versus Universe 11, and now it's up to the Super Team to actually pay all of that off. It's up to them now to execute properly. And my god, they could not have come at us with a better start. This episode flew by faster than any episode I could remember in recent memory. It's basically just a fighting episode, but everything looked so incredible and the fights were so cool. The pace was awesome, everyone looked like a badass, and most importantly, I'm left wanting more. I'm dying to see what happens next, and if an episode of Dragon Ball can do that, then that's a huge success in my book. I also love how intimidating they made Universe 11 look in this episode. I sometimes complain about secondary characters not getting enough shine. Well, that definitely wasn't a problem in this episode. Toppo looks like a complete badass taking on both Gohan and 17 at the same time, and he eats a full power Kamehameha without taking any damage. Freeza is doing his usual cool and collected thing as he takes on Dyspo, but in the end it's Dyspo who's in full control as he grabs Frieza's tail and just takes him on a ride. It's clear that Freeza will have to go golden in an upcoming episode if he's gonna defeat Dyspo. Finally, we have Jiren, of course, who comes off as a complete monster, taking on both Goku and Vegeta at the same time with relative ease. At the same time, Vegeta was awesome in his fight with Jiren this episode, being able to read Jiren's movements like a complete boss and leaving him shook, something even Goku wasn't capable of doing. And from the looks of it, Vegeta is just getting started. I give this episode an easy 4 stars out of 5, and the only reason why this episode doesn't get a perfect score for me is just because, well, as god tier as the episode looked, the events of the episode itself weren't quite perfect score caliber. Hey, I'm a strict judge, what could I say? I'm tough, I gotta be tough. but boy, did I come close just based on that animation alone. Nonetheless, it's a must-watch episode and easily one of the best episodes of the Tournament of Power so far. I can only pray that the Super Team saves Takahashi for the most important episode of the arc. Realistically, I expect him to at least come back and animate one of the episodes where Jiren fights Ultra Instinct Goku. Oh god, I'm hyped for the next episode, but for today, that is about it. If you like this video, please hit that like and subscribe button. I'm currently partway through my daily video series counting down the top 25 greatest moments in Dragon Ball history. It's been a lot of fun putting these videos together, so definitely check them out if you're interested. With less than 20 days now until the big launch of Dragon Ball FighterZ, and now with this Tournament of Power arc hitting its climax, it really is an exciting time to be a Dragon Ball fan. Wow, crazy. Okay, I'm done. I need to go for a walk or something because this hype is too much. Thanks again for watching, everyone, and take care.